All right, so what I want you guys to understand is that finding sales gigs, getting a sales job, getting a remote closing job really comes down to three things. That's skill set, how good you are at doing shit. Like how good can you close? How good can you perform? How good are you at sticking between that magical 25, 30, 35% close rate? Of course, depending on the offer, some things are going to be more tough than others, but you want to be at a rate where you're bringing deals across the table, and the industry standard is 25, 30%. Network as well. Who do you know and who is in your network that can help you connect with offer owners, connect with business owners? That's important. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do all of this. And then number three is opportunity difficulty. If you're trying to get gigs that are like fucking impossible to get, the chances are that you're just not going to get those positions, right? So you want to be smart about what you're applying for. And I'm not saying limit yourself, you don't want to do that, but you do want to be intelligent. So what most sales pros don't realize, and this is the problem, is that all three of these things are important. Your skill set's important, massively important. Your network is important, and the difficulty of the opportunities that you're applying for also is important. Now, we're gonna break this down into a three-tiered system in terms of how to get on good offers, how to get paid, how to make money, how to be a 10K a month plus closer, which I'm telling you, you can do. You just have to follow the steps in this training, follow the steps in the video. I'm gonna give you everything. So there's basically a three-tier system. Tier 3 is what you don't want to do. This is what we call the hard way. And this is basically just doing unintelligent shots in the dark. This is where you have no network. You're relying on random fucking cold DMs. You're DMing like some influencer with 500K followers hoping to get a chance. Even someone who has 5K followers. I'll tell you, me and my profile, I just hired a closer to take over the position that I was in working with a dating coaching company, and I was the head closer, and I hired him to take over the position. When I announced on my Instagram that the position was open, the amount of DMs I got from guys just not in any position to be able to work with us was crazy. Just, hey bro, give me a chance, right? Like, you don't want that to be you. So I'm doing this so I can help you, not be that person who comes in my DMs and comes in the DMs and just doesn't get anything. So you don't want to be shooting out random cold DMs. You don't want to have a shitty profile. That's another one. Tier 3, hard way, shitty profile, where you're just stacking the odds against you. You're not going to get success doing that. And the other one, which really is happening in Tier 3, this is the big problem, is where you're hoping someone gives you a handout. And I see so many sales pros just wanting a handout. Guys, there's even in my community right now, Quantum Level, the link is down below. In my community, it's free. There's guys who will post about, hey, I want to offer, can someone help me? Like, I guess if you're desperate, sure, do what you have to do. But there's better ways to do this. There's better ways to guarantee you get success. Now, the second way to do this, Tier 2, which is the second level, and this is what I call the better way, is a strategic approach to finding a gig, okay? It's where you actually do this the right way, you do it the smart way. There, of course, is a best way, which I'm gonna share with you next. But Tier 2 is where you start doing things the right way. You have an optimized profile. I'll explain what that means, and I'm gonna show you examples here. You have an optimized profile, strategic DMs, so you message with a strategy, not just randomly throwing shit out there trying to get lucky. Tapping into a network. So you actually leverage a network that you've invested time, you've invested some money in, and you get a gig that way. Becoming public. Public means where people in the space, in the industry, know who you are. It doesn't mean you have to be some celebrity. It doesn't mean you have to be the most famous person, but it does mean where if someone were to say, hey, can you send me your Twitter profile? Or hey, can you send me your LinkedIn? Or hey, can you send me your X? Or that's Twitter. Can you send me your YouTube? Or send me Instagram? You could send them something quality. Send them over a profile that's good. That's called becoming public, where people know you're in the game, that you're playing the game. And the Tier 1, which is the best way ultimately, and this is a guaranteed solution for you to be in the best position, is having an optimized profile, okay? It's where your profile is perfectly designed to get gigs, like I mentioned a second ago for Tier 2. Strategic relationships, not just cold DMing. You're not just relying on like, oh, I need to say hi to fucking 10 random people on Instagram who have no idea who I am and I'm starting from zero, but you're building strategic relationships and you're getting gigs because you know friends of friends or people that are in your network. You're invested in a network. You've paid money to be a part of a community, to be a part of a tribe. And that is important. Like 100% you want to invest in a tribe. And what I'm going to give you here in a second, you can see the next slide. What I'm going to share with you, you don't need to invest money to start this. I'm going to give you the way you can do this for free, by the way, in case you're starting with no cash to invest in yourself. But this is still valuable. It's still important to invest in yourself. You still want to get to that point where you can invest in yourself. The other one is where and back to Tier 1, is where your mentor, your tribe can connect you. Like the guys that are in my program, the guys I train right now, I connect them with the best offer. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 4 of them on offers. I've gotten these guys in positions where they're making money because they're in my network, because I'm mentoring them, because they're part of my tribe. Becoming known in the space, getting to the point where people know you, where your face is known, where people know that you're good at what you do. So I'm going to give you the game plan for steps 2 and 3. You don't need to invest money to start this, but here's where you begin. So step number 1 to getting hired, you have to optimize your profile. Your profile, I'm going to show you examples of this. Your profile has to look like someone who would make someone else money. Okay, your IG profile, your X profile, whatever profile you use should look like you understand how to make money online. And there is a specific look. I'm telling you, there is a look that comes with this. It's not just up in the air like, oh, I have some pictures with my dog and I'm DJing. And then I have some I don't know, freaking anime stuff on my profile. Like, bro, that doesn't look like you make money. You should have the look. There's a certain look that people have in this space. And I'm going to show you examples of this. Because anytime, I want you to understand this, anytime a business owner hires a closer, what's happening is they're taking on risk, okay? Whenever a business owner hires a closer, and I know this because I'm in the market to hire a closer in the next couple of months for my business, and I've seen this in the companies I've interviewed with, and I've been on multiple closing gigs, and I've made a bunch of money, so I understand how this works. Anytime a business owner hires a closer, they're taking on risk. Because what's happening is you as a closer are telling them, what you can do is you've paid for these leads. You've paid for people to come to the pipeline. You've paid for ads. You've paid for some kind of marketing, whatever it is. And trust me with your leads, right? Like, I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to have them pay and I'm going to bring them over the line. That's a certain amount of risk for a business owner. They're trusting you with their leads that they spent money and or time to get. That's important as well. So they literally spent money for these leads. They spent money and or time, because maybe they invested time in DMing, reaching out, hiring an appointment setter to go DM them to get these leads. So if you fuck up and you don't close, the business owner is losing money every time you don't close because they've paid in ads to have that person be on a call with you. That's why hiring a closer is so important and so potentially scary for a business owner, because you don't know who may burn your business down if they don't know how to close, right? So you need to look like you can close deals. At first glance, the profile that you're communicating from, as in where you're trying to get gigs from, where people are seeing you, it should look like you can make money, and it's something that I call the eye test, okay? And this is important. So the eye test basically means that your bio, first of all, like the thing in your profile, the bio you have in your profile should be related to sales and business to some extent. You should say something about sales, like I've closed this many in deals, or I am in the sales space. I'll show you examples again of how this looks, what it would look like, how it works. Your bio should be related to sales and business. The images, there's 4 principles that I want you to follow here, and again, the examples will show you what I mean. But there's 4 principles that I want you to follow that are going to help you have a good profile. Number 1, you should be demonstrating life competence. That's number 1. That's how the anchor behind your profile. It should look like you are a competent person. So it should look like, it doesn't mean competent like you're sitting staring at a screen all day only, but it should look like your life is a life of competence, which means maybe you're networking with cool entrepreneurs. Maybe you're going to dinners where it looks like business talks could be happening. It doesn't mean you need 25, 100 photos. It could be 10 photos, but it should look competent. Maybe you're showing yourself on the phone, like on a call, kind of the corny, cell phone photo where someone looks like they're talking on a phone. That's not a bad photo to have. Girls laugh at that, but in fact, it doesn't look bad. It looks like you put effort into looking like a professional. You should look like you have life competence. Maybe a couple pictures of you in the gym, and not pictures of you trying to be a bodybuilder, right? So it's not like my job is bodybuilding and weightlifting, but you're showing a diversity of photos that look like you are competent in your life. You take care of yourself. You're in shape. You invest in yourself, right? That's how you want your profile to look. The second thing is you should look like an action taker, someone who is taking action in life. There's a bunch of ways to demonstrate this, by the way. If you're traveling, having photos in different locations. Like, I'll give an example. I'll tell you like my game right now. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to Barcelona this weekend. I'm gonna spend a bit of time there. When I go there, you best believe that I'm gonna get a bunch of photos. I'm gonna have my girl take photos of me on the laptop on the beach. And I am actually gonna be working, but I'm gonna tell her, babe, get photos of me doing this, because that looks fucking cool. And I am gonna be making money while on the beach, and it's gonna look like it. So I'm gonna show that on my Instagram. And on my profiles, I want to demonstrate to people that I connect with in my network, I am someone who is competent, I'm someone who's making money. Like the classic cigar photo in the lounge, while you have a couple of entrepreneurs next to you. That's a quality photo. You being at dinner maybe with your girl and like a couple other guys and their girls, like that's a quality photo, right? It should look like you are an action taker in life, look like a winner. That's number 3. Look like a winner. You don't want to look, dude. Oh my God, I've seen guys who try to apply for closing gigs. I'll tell you this one story. There's this guy. Of course, I won't mention his name. I won't do that. But he applied for the closing gig to get on the offer that I was on when I was hiring a new closer. Spam DM'd me like, hey, bro, I'm perfect for this, better than everyone else. On his profile, do you know what's on his Instagram profile? It's literally like 25, 30 photos or videos of him in a dark lit room. A dark room with like his dirty bed sheets behind him. You can see his fucking bed behind him in the photos, and it's all him doing guitar riffs and playing guitar. Like, it doesn't look like he travels and makes money and is talking to business owners and is in the entrepreneurship space. And he's talking about how he's done sales. Maybe he's done all this. Maybe he's made a bunch of money. But what I got from the profile just didn't hit me, right? It didn't land for me. And I'm going to show you profiles that actually make a lot of sense, including mine. But you got to look good. You have to look like a winner. You have to look good. Because people, I'll tell you something that's kind of a dark secret in sales. People want to hire people who just have the look. Like, it's true. They hire people who literally have the look. And by the look, what I mean is, it doesn't mean you got to be some handsome, like Chad-looking motherfucker like Vazel here. My buddy's over here. You don't have to look like that per se, but you do need to look competent. You need to look like you're well taken care of. You need to look like someone where a person would be happy speaking to you on Zoom, where they'd see your face and go, oh, I'm in good hands. And you have to demonstrate that from your profile. That's just a truth of sales. It's the truth of this game. Here's an example of a buddy of mine. I'm not going to say his name just for privacy, but he's great. And this is his profile. Look at his profile. Let's start with the bio. I close high-ticket offers for coaches and consultants so that they can make more money and grow their business. 1.5 million and more USD closed. He looks like a closer. Look at the pictures. He clearly got a photo shoot done. That's a great fucking investment. So if you're so cheap where you don't want to even get a photo shoot done, you're on the wrong video, honestly. You don't need to go get a photo shoot done, by the way. But if you see this and your immediate thought is, but he got photos. Like, he got a photo shoot. Yeah, he's investing in making more money. He invested in making more money, and a photo shoot's a part of that. But you can see it's him on the laptop. Like, if we zoom in here, can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in. Look at this. It's him on the laptop, right? Him smiling. He looks like a professional. And he's not the most handsome guy ever. Dude's bald, which is cool. You can be bald and slay, right? But he's not the stereotypical luscious locks. He's in shape, though. Right? He's super in shape. He dresses clean. He's got a bright smile, very attractive features in that sense. You know what I mean? You don't have to be, I'm telling you, the most beautiful person at all, by any means, but you have to look like you play the game. Him on the laptop again here. His fashion is on point. He's sitting at the desk on the laptop, right? It looks like he's playing the game, right? So I want you to understand this. You have to look like you're in the game. You can't look like you're out of it and like you're hanging on for dear life just where you have, I don't know, some hobby coin collecting. You're trying to break into sales. You're going to get no responses. Another buddy of mine, Stefan, look at his profile. Very different than the last guy I showed you. But let's look at the bio. Let's start with that. Belgrade, Bangkok, decision facilitator sales, world traveler and guitar lover. Balanced. He says, I'm in sales. If this guy DM'd me, which he did for an offer, and I knew him through my network, he's someone I know personally, but let's say he DM'd me cold, 100% I'm going to give him a response. Hey, brother, what's up? Tell me what's the situation. How can I help, or what's the opportunity you're looking for? If I had something, I'd give him an interview because he looks competent. He looks like a competent person. All right, he looks like he's in the game. Look at the photos. Only good energy from him that I see here. It looks like he's traveling. He's got hobbies. It looks like he takes his image and professional image seriously, right? It looks like he plays the game seriously. He has no photos of him on a laptop or anything, but he looks like a professional. He's got the skydiving gear. He's an action taker. Like, you have to be an action taker if you're going doing shit like that. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And I hope it's getting through to you. I'll show you my profile. Add me on Instagram, oxy.tim. I'll go through it quick. Sales specialist for high performers, Brooklyn born, Budapest. I'm living in Budapest. My profile, me on the laptop. It's me and my dad. There's me and my dog. There's the cigar. My profile is I'm showing motion, I'm showing action. It looks like I live a life where I'm moving ahead and I'm pushing forward, right? I'm not just in a point of stagnation. And you can see that in my profile. It screams work. It screams talent. It screams playing the game. It screams I'm present. I'm doing things. I'm taking action, right? You need to demonstrate these features from your profile. This is how you play this game, because it is very competitive, and most people won't make it in. People will try, and what happens is people get on shit offers where they make no money, and that's where you'll be stuck if you don't play the game correctly, as myself and the guys I work with are doing. Okay. The second step, after you have the profile set up, the second step to getting hired, getting paid, getting in the right gig, the right position so you can make money, give yourself freedom, is to join a network. Now, the best network to join, it's free, so I'm not selling you anything. I have nothing to sell you. I'm very open about that. The best network to join is mine, Quantum Level, because in this network, you're going to have the best sales training on planet Earth. That's it. Like, and it's free. The best free sales training, I should say, because if you pay me, the training's even better. But in Quantum Level, that's the community we have. It's on school. The link is below this video. This is Martin Valencia, my guy. He's not even my client. Martin has never paid me a dime, and I've never spoken to Martin personally. Never. He just posted this in our group. He went on the trainings. He looked at the free training, and then he got it paid in full for his business. Paid in full, or not for his business. He's not a business owner. He's in sales. So made $280 commission in an hour. Just from the free stuff we have in the group. And I appreciate Martin for showing up and giving credit where credit's due, like he says he's doing here. Like, I respect it. He posted this in my community and never talked to him. Just Martin, right? He posted it. So this is inside the group. I'm telling you what happens when you get into my network, and when you get into the right network, I'm just going to share with you mine, because I built this network over the last, I'd say, around 4 months. We've been really active. There have been 3 guys in the network just in the past week who have gotten hired in good closing positions simply because they know my people in the community. You have to be in a network. And being in a network means whatever network you're in. Maybe it's mine. We train live in mine. And there's faces that I know, guys I'm building relationships with, guys who are DMing me, guys that I'm talking to. What happens is you show up to trainings. You role play with other members. You document your closes, your observations, and your wins. You share your wins like Martin is doing. I guarantee you, Martin, because he's been sharing his wins and updating us on what's going on in his closing journey, I bet you when Martin wants an offer, when Martin wants to get on a new gig, he's going to have a much better chance of getting that because he's been talking about his wins and his journey, his observations. It doesn't mean you only have to talk about your closes. Maybe you're struggling, but share what you're learning. Talk about what you're learning from different sessions. Be active. And the point here, what I have is become known. People should know you. Your name shouldn't be a name just popping out of nowhere. They should know your name, because it's easier for people to respond to you when they know you and they respect you and respect the work that you're putting in. Step 3, we're coming towards the end here. Step 3, documentation and proof. My old mentor in the dating space, Owen Cook, you can find him on YouTube. He's great. He talks about dating, mindset, self-development, self-improvement. A great mentor, a great coach, a great leader. He talks about this idea of proof over promises. Okay, proof over promises means that instead of just telling people, "Oh, I'm good. I promise you I'm good," prove it. Right now, if I wanted to get a closing gig, I guarantee you, I promise you this, I could have 5 opportunities within the week. Maybe more, probably more. But I'm talking good opportunities, at least 5, very good, where I could make 10, 15K a month. The reason is because I have a lot of proof. I have a lot of proof of me closing. I have my clips, I show my clips, I show my numbers. I talk a little bit of shit. I show my wins on social media. I have a digital resume, so if any business owner wants to know what I'm about, I say just look at my X profile. The top pinned post is me closing. You can scroll through my media and see more of me closing. You can just watch me close. Right? It's a great starting point, X. Or I say on YouTube, look at what I talk about, look at my training, look at how I perform, look at how I produce. Proof. Create proof in the market that can back yourself. Don't just rely on promises. Promises of saying you're good, saying you know the game. Prove it by showing it. When you close, when you grind, when you push, when you bring deals over the line, show it to people. Right? Show it. Show the market what you can do. It's going to give you better opportunities. And one way you could do this that works really well is create a landing page. So what you can do is literally go on Canva. I have my landing page on Canva. Go on Canva and just create a landing page in the website section. Go and create a Canva website where you have a landing page where you have a headline. You say your name. You don't have to even say it because they may know it's you. Or, let's say your name is John Smith. John Smith, closer, 1.5 mil in sales. Or closer, 500K in sales in the last six months. There we go. Clips from your best calls. You should have some of those clips from your best calls that you put on the page. Or if you're not doing any calls and if you haven't taken calls yet, show some clips from your role plays. But you got to be good. If you're not good, again, skill set, right? If your skill set isn't good, you need to get good. Because no, I don't want you to work with anyone if you're not good, unless it's starting as an appointment setter. But if you're not good, I wouldn't personally recommend you to any of the people I know. So you need to get good. Get good. And you do this by training. You do this by investing in yourself, getting better. Contact button on that page to your calendar that goes right to your calendar, like schedule a call with me or reach out. Maybe you put your phone number there too. And then maybe you review from a sales manager or some clients, people you worked with, someone who can vouch for you, someone who thinks you're really good, who you've made money with. Put a review from them on the site, or even two. That's the game. Like I'm telling you, that's going to help you position yourself in the best way and put your best foot forward and get the best opportunities. Have that landing page. And the fourth step is outreach. And this is the last one. Step number 4, outreach. Go out and outreach to people. Start to send messages to business owners that are one step away from your network. You don't want to go for the whales. If you have, I don't know, let's say 200 followers on Instagram, a couple photos, and you've been on one closing gig where you didn't make a lot of money, don't start DMing Iman Gaji. Like, come on, don't do that. But go for realistic prospects. Go for the person who maybe has 20K followers. They may not even respond, but you have to do this at scale, which I'll explain in a second. Go for the person who has 15, 20K followers and clearly has a high ticket offer. You can look at if they have a high ticket offer, hit their profile, if there's a link, going to some kind of webinar, some kind of video, and they say book a call with me, they have a high ticket offer. It's kind of obvious. If you don't know this by now, you need to do more research and understand the space. Right now, this is about how to get the gigs, but you should know this already. So you don't want to go for like the whales, the people that are out of your reach. Go for people that are 1 degree or 2 degrees of separation away from you, where you are, right? Don't go for the celebrities. Go for people that are clearly making money, they're clearly producing, and they may have a need for someone who's not at the top skill set yet, but could come in and provide value to the business, okay? You want to go for profiles like that. Your message should be really concise, it should be numbers focused, and it should be easy to read. I'm giving you a sample message. You can use this, okay? You can use this and send this to people. Here's how it sounds, and this is the message I used to get my first couple of gigs. Hey, John, could you use a 6-figure, if you've made 7 figures, say 7-figure, a 6-figure, 30% closer to come in and bring you and the team more deals? I've been trained, I wrote have been, but you could say have been trained from some of the top guys in the high ticket space, and my specialty is pitching and objections. Let me know if you could use this on the team, and I'll send you some of my work, which would be the site, or whatever would be best for you. And you're gonna send this message 10x a day until you have a position. Customize the message depending on your own skill set, of course. Don't copy paste this, please. And if this doesn't apply to you, be smart about how you use this. But this is what you can do, and it will work. 10x a day. If you have the right profile, if you have a network, and you're doing this to people who can vouch for you, and you've gotten yourself out the market and you started documenting, and you have proof, you absolutely will get a gig, and you will get paid, and you'll get a nice gig too. Follow up is key as well, of course. You need to follow up. Sometimes what I'll do is send a Loom video, like 3 minutes or less, just overviewing my skill set, talking about what I've done, what I've accomplished, and what I can bring to the team. Make it focused on them. It has to be them focused, not you focused. Just looking at the numbers I've closed and what I would bring to the business. So I do that. Maybe if they don't respond after 2 days and it's someone who's a really good prospect and they viewed the message, I'll reach out again. I'll double down. That's it. That's how we do this. Optimize your profile. Join a network. It's better if you invest in a network, by the way. Seriously, if you invest in proper paid training, it's better for you. That's the highest tier, like paying to be in a great network, investing real cash, and having opportunities through the network, and they'll set you up with it. That's what I do for the guys who work with me. But if you don't have any funds, or you're scared to invest in yourself for whatever reason, if you're scared to invest, I don't know if you belong in this game right now. But if, let's just say, you're not able to invest in yourself, join a network for free. Okay, join a free network. Pay $50 a month for some kind of network. Documentation and proof is step 3. Show your game. Show your skills. Show yourself performing, and then outreach. Send DMs, outreach to people, and you will have success. And this is not going to work. I'm telling you, it won't work if you're not serious. That's just, if you're not serious about having success, about winning in this game, it's not going to work. So if you tell me, oh, I did like 3 DMs this day, I did 4 the other day, then I got distracted, you're not gonna win, okay? Like, you're not gonna have success. And I know people like this who just fell off. I know them myself, and they're not in my network, they fell off, and they're in the same place they were when they started, just looking from the outside in, sitting on the sidelines watching while me and my guys are making money. So I don't want that to be you. I want you to have success. I want you to win in this game, because you absolutely can, and I'm rooting for you as always. Come in and join the community. The link is below. It's completely free to join the community. Like I always say, I have nothing to sell you here. It's a free community. All I'll give here is free. So come in and join. Of course, I do ask for your time. If you are going to be in the community, come to the trainings, show up, participate, ask questions, improve yourself, improve your life, make money. That's it. Goodbye. I'll see you on the next one. Keep getting better, stay blessed, and continue growing, my friend. I'll see you next time.